Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Console Space podcast, a show where we get together and talk about what's going on in the console space. I'm your host, Sean Colangelo. To my left is co-host and co-producer, the one and only Slick Wick Jonathan Porter. How's it going, JP?
It's going good, Sean.
It's good. To my right, also co-host, co-producer, the raddest dad you wish you had, Robbie Kettlewell. Rob, how's it going?
It's going good.
Good. So we'll shift back to OJP. What you playing, man?
Oh no,
Nothing. You're playing something.
Honestly, I've only really I played a little bit more Final Fantasy. I know I've been playing it for a while.
Yeah. You will be.
And the other day I played it for a little bit. Went to a dungeon that was a little bit higher level, and died. Reloaded my last save, which was a couple hours before that, and haven't played anything for a while since.
Do you know which dungeon it was?
It was all the way to the right of the map to get like headlights for the car.
Oh, you were down in the sewers.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the worst dungeon in the game, actually. Yeah.
It's pretty annoying.
It's horrible.
Mm.
Yeah.
What sucks was that I beat like a bigger boss that was in there. At least I assume it was the boss, and then I got killed by one of those Yojimbos. Like.
Oh yeah, those things suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I may have said last episode I was talking about those sewers, and then I think it's called Castlemark Tower.
Okay. Yeah.
Are really crap. It's just not fun. They aren't a good time at all.
It wouldn't be that bad if there was some way to save, like at some point through it.
Yeah, because
unless I'm just missing something.
Well, no. Once you're in, you can't save.
You gotta get all the way through.
Right. Which is really annoying. If I were you, honestly, I would just look up a guide for that. I mean, there's no shame there.
Well, it wasn't even that I needed, like, it wasn't that I was lost or, like, I really needed a guide. It was just that I, like, messed up on an enemy and just got, like, overwhelmed because I wasn't a high enough level.
Yeah, where are you at? What are your levels right now?
I mean, I'm level 40-something, but it wasn't enough for me.
Yeah. I feel like I was up around the 60. So I'm, maybe wait a little bit.
Yeah.
But, because you don't really even need those headlights anyway.
I was surprised. I was like, man, all this for some headlights.
Well, one of the,
is one of the tombs down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the, God, what are they called? The Royal Arms?
Yeah, Royal Arms.
I believe you get that from the last boss in there or
Okay.
something like that.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, was that really all you're up to then?
Pretty much. I installed Just Cause 3 because it was free recently.
Yeah.
And I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet either. I've heard it's good.
Yeah.
But, we'll see.
That's fun.
Yeah, for sure. They've always been pretty cool games. I mean, they're not like GTA.
Yeah.
But, isn't a bad thing. Rabia, how about you?
Ooh, I have not had a chance to play a lot in the last week. I think the only thing I did play was after going to an Oktoberfest and drinking a pretty good amount of beer, we went and played Wayne Gretzky Hockey on N64.
Ooh, classic.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a great game. I was actually surprised how well it held up. Like, the gameplay, it's still playable. It's only 3-on-3. I think that's what makes it so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played Mario Kart. But we played the extra, like, class where it just flips the track around. Makes it a lot harder.
Oh.
Couldn't
Yeah, I am actually weird in the sense that I'm not a... Mario Kart 64 is my least favorite Mario Kart.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
I think it might be my favorite.
Yeah. The controls never clicked for me with that game. Like, I just didn't think they were very good. I mean, part of it is probably just because I haven't played it a whole lot, so I'm just not that good at it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love pretty much every. I mean, actually, my favorite Mario Kart is actually the first one on SNES.
Really?
I love that one.
See, I do not care for anything before Mario Kart 64.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we played Mario Kart 8 a lot.
I do love Mario Kart 8. That is a good one.
It's really good.
There's so many levels.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You didn't get to play any. Were you playing the Long Dark?
Yeah. No, I didn't get a chance to play any of it.
Let's play that.
This reminded me that we did play NHL Hits.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
we did.
Yeah, we did. Last week. So I actually wasn't even really aware this game existed, and I came across some top 10 list on the internet of the top 10 best hockey games ever made, or whatever. And I saw NHL Hits Pro, and I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm buying that right now." So I got it off eBay, and we played it last week. Want to eventually get a gameplay video up of that, which we will at some point or another. As soon as we can. But that game's a lot of fun.
It's a good game.
It's kind of like NFL Blitz, but for hockey. So if you somehow miss out on that, like we did, and are a hockey fan, play that game.
What did you pay for it? Like $3?
Like $10.
$10.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's not too bad.
And that was that the one for PS? We played on PS2, right?
Yes.
Yes. We got the multi tap out. We all played.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna buy it for GameCube just because that's probably my all-time favorite console, to be honest with you. But sports games, I think mostly are like more ideal on PlayStation. So, back to the Long Dark. Can you tell us relatively how far what's been your best run?
I think the longest I've ever lived was 3.5 days.
3.5 days.
Yeah, it gets
It
really
doesn't sound
hard.
too bad. I'm assuming that's really the only way that I kind of calculate a score is just how long you last.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Well, as for me, I finally beat Far Cry 4. I know I'm 3 years late, but I beat Far Cry 4.
Nice.
I did not know that there are 4 different endings.
Really?
Yeah, which we are going to talk about. So if you somehow haven't played that game like me, I guess there will be some spoilers here, but it's been 3 years.
Rob, do you care about Far Cry spoilers?
Yeah.
It's only been 3. No, you go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've probably played it by now. So, but yeah, if not, you've been warned. I apparently got the bad ending. The bad ending.
Okay, what was your ending?
Well, okay, what did you do?
I didn't. I'm assuming the only thing that would change it. I didn't kill.
You didn't kill Pagan?
No, I did not
Okay.
kill him.
So you sat down with him and he explained everything to you, and you're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
And then
we went out to the shrine or whatever, and then I think he left in a helicopter.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just shot him.
Okay.
I was like, "Screw this guy!" And then literally as soon as you do that, that's the end of the game.
Really?
Yeah, it's just shoot, fiend, over.
Okay.
And I'm like, he seemed like an a-hole to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just shooting whatever. But apparently that's the bad ending because then you don't learn of all the, secret things about how, you're actually the king, yeah, and things like that. And you don't find out, whatever happened to Lakshama.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. So, apparently there's kind of a secret ending where you do what you did,
Okay.
but then right as he's about to fly away, you just kill him.
Oh.
So that way you learn of everything but still kill Pagan.
Yeah. Huh.
And then I think there's some kind of alternate ending. I don't even really remember what that was. But yeah, I was like, oh, I guess I got the bad end. I mean, I didn't think he'd be. I was like, yeah, again, he's not a good dude, so I'm just gonna kill him.
Yeah, you'd figure there'd be something like maybe it'd show you like leaving and someone else comes up and was like, hey, probably should have did it. Like, I don't know. Like,
Right. Well,
that's funny that it just goes straight to the credits.
well, I mean, there is a scene after the credits, and
Okay.
did you pick Sabal or Amita?
Amita, I
Okay.
think,
Yeah. So like, yeah. So like, once the credits roll and everything, there's a scene where you're like talking to her, and she's like, so hey, like, what happened to Lakshama? And you're like, oh, I don't know, but like, it's not important. So
Okay.
yeah, my ending, it like,
I don't know anything. I just killed him.
yeah. So it's considered a not great ending because you don't really tie up any of the loose ends.
Mm-hmm.
So, but whatever. I mean, I beat the game.
Oh wait, you know what? Maybe I picked Sabal. Actually, I picked Sabal.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, so she wants to like profit off the drugs and everything, and he wanted to like. Neither was like a great option.
Right.
He wanted to like set things back to tradition, and like she said it would ruin the country financially, and he was like, well, it doesn't matter. So neither one was like a great option, but I was like, straight edge for life, and I can't sell the drugs, so
Yeah. Yeah, the whole game I was really torn about that. I was like, well, you don't want to sell drugs, but like you don't want to continue to be like a third world country.
if it ruins like everyone's lives, it's gonna be tough too. So
it was a tough call, that's for sure. But yeah, so I beat Far Cry, and I've been trying to think about what to tackle next. I'm not really too sure, but it didn't really matter. So actually, I started playing the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta.
Oh, okay.
Pretty freaking awesome. That game seems like it's going to be pretty good, for sure. And then Fortnite, which actually ties into our main topic of today, which is the insane hit that is happening right now, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this game's been around for a little while now, and it's this huge hit now. I want to say it has like 7 or 8 million like concurrent players. It's on Steam and Xbox One. So Fortnite actually might be in some potential legal trouble because it's like pretty much the same game, just like in a different skin, more or less. I was playing Fortnite with some friends last night. I see. In Fortnite, you can play in like squads of like 2 or 3 people. I don't know if you can do that in what they call it short now, PUBG. So all the cool kids are
PUBG?
PUBG.
PUBG.
Yeah.
Okay.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Okay.
That's what the cool kids are saying, Rob. I don't know, man. All right.
I'm not hip to the young kids
Yeah.
lingo.
I'm getting old. PUBG, I don't know if you can play in squads or not. I really couldn't tell you. But Fortnite, you can, and these are games that I personally probably wouldn't play alone, but like with friends, they're a lot of fun. But yeah, when it comes to Fortnite, it's like so similar that they actually might. Yeah, I don't know if like PUBG's creators like trying to sue them or something like that, but I'm not sure. So But so we're gonna go, kind of on like a different route here, because apparently Microsoft is trying to extend the exclusivity of PUBG because the I should say the console, because again right now it's on Steam and Xbox One.
Right.
It's probably going to come to PS4 like sooner or later, but again, Microsoft is trying to extend that, presumably because of the upcoming launch of the Xbox One X. And, we all know Crackdown 3 got pushed back, and so it's pretty much launching like just with Forza 7.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can see from there.
You're talking about what's launching the Xbox One X?
Yes. Yeah.
It's also getting Minecraft.
Oh, dude. Thank God it can do 4K for Minecraft.
I just wanted to correct you on that. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Well, I mean, I'm talking
the exclusive of Minecraft that's also available on every other platform ever made.
I'm talking, exclusives or console exclusives.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. I know you had to get that in. I understand. I mean, I think it's pretty much going to be Forza 7 and now probably PUBG. So, again, I understand why they're doing that. It makes sense because at launch, like, they're just not going to have that much to play, which is common. It's common. But here's the spin that I'm taking on it is I do find it kind of interesting that Microsoft would be pushing to extend this when, several months ago, I want to say it was like around like right after E3 had wrapped up, they were like throwing shade at Sony repeatedly for not being open to the idea of crossplay.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I think that's a different scenario though, because with crossplay, that's games that are already on both systems being able to communicate with the other system.
Yeah.
With the exclusivity, I think each company is going to somewhat fight for exclusivity for titles, just because that's like one of the main advantages a console like has in the first place.
Yeah, the main drivers of actually selling more consoles.
Yeah, because I think it'd be weird if it was already on PS4 and they were like, well, if they were like switching their position, saying, well, now we don't want crossplay, now we just want people to play it on ours. I think that would be weird, but I think them wanting that to be on their console first for longer, I think both sides are going to be trying to do the same thing.
Yeah. This could honestly, in all honesty, just be a case of me trying to like reach for a topic, I guess. I mean, realistically, I guess if anything, I should be criticizing Microsoft for what I generally do, which is just them striking deals with third parties, rather than like actually trying to make like new IPs and things like that.
Oh, you mean like buying studios and running them into the ground?
Well, they've been doing that for a long time as well, but we won't even go there. But yeah, I think you're right. I mean,
yeah, I do think that's a bigger problem that they just don't have. Yeah, the games that they have been working on, just another Forza, another. They're doing Crackdown, and that got delayed really like severely. Yeah. So it's just not looking good for them in the exclusive realm in the first place. That's probably why they're latching on to the one thing that they do have.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, both companies like Sony's definitely known for striking deals with the third party people too. So getting the exclusive DLC for like Call of Duty and like all the things that Xbox had last generation, they're getting it this time because they're the bigger console this time around.
Yeah, I guess I'm not as hard as Sony with that because they do have such prominent first party, so, but I mean, look,
the second party stuff just bolsters their big first party lineup where.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, I mean, I'll give it to Sony as well. Like, so, when this whole thing began a few months ago, Sony's response was so stupid. Like, they pretty much said, they were like, well, we don't want our PSN we don't want our people to play with other people because we have a lot of children. And it was like, it was like, oh, we have to protect the children. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was like, what they should have said was just like, hey, we're kicking ass this generation right now. Like, why would we change anything?
Yeah,
so
I hated that response. Yeah, it was
really, really stupid.
I think it would just the backlash they got from that statement is worse than them just letting it happen. Like they should have just said, "Cool, we'll do it. Now you can play with anyone." And then I feel like it would have been because to me, because I worked at GameStop for a little bit, and everyone that came in to buy, like they didn't know what kind of console they wanted to buy. It was actually super like everyone that came in usually bought a PlayStation. I sold a lot of PlayStations, and like anyone who bought an Xbox would always be someone who's like, I'm not sure what to get. What do you think I should get? And it's like, well, usually the draw for people that would buy an Xbox is if their friends had an Xbox or if like they wanted to play on an online game, and so they already knew someone with an Xbox who went with an Xbox. They're like, well, yeah, my friends have it. I like my main thing is playing online, so I'll get that. And it was like, so I guess to me, if there was crossplay and that wasn't even a factor, if it was like, yeah, you can get either console and play with anyone that you want, I feel like this generation would be even stronger, like Sony, because of the exclusives.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Well, so okay. What do you guys think about just like straight up like open crossplay? Like are you for that? Are you against it? What do you think about that?
I mean, it would be cool from a perspective of someone actually playing the console, but from like a business perspective, I don't see it happening. Yeah, and like with Sony's response, which was stupid.
Yeah, it was really.
But it was pretty much them saying no.
Yeah.
And you have to think about it. If the roles were reversed, like if it was like last generation where Xbox was doing a little better, if PlayStation was like, ooh, let's have crossplay, Microsoft would have said, nah, no thanks.
Yeah, that actually may have happened. I mean, I'd have to brush up on the history of that particular generation, but I feel like something like that did kind of happen. Yeah. And it was like, nah, we're good, so.
And I think a lot of it coming down to like, what I don't even know the number of like PlayStation outselling Xbox, like the ratio?
I know
it's at least 2-1, isn't it?
It was at least 2-1. I think there was a point where it was close to 3-1.
Yeah.
I think we're only about what the Xbox One X is out in like a month, I think.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I want to say November 7th. I think that's when it comes out. Interesting to see if that does any better. It's going to have an uphill battle, that's for sure. But, we'll see.
But you could see Microsoft wanting crossplay as a way to, like, deepen the pool of their online players that are playing games. I mean, for a game that is a little bit older, not like a brand new release, you get to a problem where there's no one on the servers. So we're like, hey, let's have crossplay so you can play with everyone that's on PlayStation too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
What do you think, JP?
I think as of right now, I'm for it. I know I see it on the business side. I can see why it would it wouldn't be like a huge benefit for Sony, but I think, like I said, I think the PR that they got just from their response was, I think that was a huge downside. I think that for the games that it would, I'm sure it wouldn't be every game that would even be eligible for the crossplay. And for the games that like wanted to do it, like Rocket League and I don't know who else what other games wanted to have crossplay, but Minecraft.
Well,
Battlefield, maybe.
We already, we already see it a little. I mean, Rocket League.
Play on people on PC.
Yeah. So, but sorry, continue.
I was just say I don't think it would have been a huge like loss for anyone, and it just would have been cool. And I think Sony already outselling Microsoft. I think it would have swayed some people from buying an Xbox in the first place. That not being I think I see it as one more reason not to buy an Xbox, because like I'm not a huge fan of the exclusives and the games that it has on it to begin with, and if I don't need it to play with other people that have an Xbox, to me it's just one more reason to.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. I'm honestly kind of neutral. I mean, I don't. When I'm playing online, I don't really care who with, like it can be PC, it can be Nintendo. Like I don't care. So I do think it will probably happen at some point or another. I don't think it will happen until we reach a point where exclusives, kind of fall by the wayside. If that does happen, I mean, that's the thing that we hear about, like, constantly, like, one day there's gonna be no exclusives. But I mean, they still seem pretty important now.
Yeah, because
I mean,
like we were saying, that's like if PlayStation and Xbox had 0 exclusives, it would sway really hard into like, why aren't you just playing on PC? Yeah, because like the main draw for consoles is convenience. You buy the console, you put the game in, it's supposed to work, and it has exclusives that you can only play if you have that thing. It's just easier, more convenient than building a PC. But if you did build a PC, there were no exclusives on the other consoles, then you would have a stronger like system to play games on. You could upgrade it. You wouldn't have to buy the next thing. Like it would be, but the exclusives are still important, I think, to consoles.
Well, I think that's why Xbox was really pushing for like the integrated like entertainment experience where you can just switch from like cable to the internet to Xbox and whatever.
Right.
So I think that's what they were kind of looking to the horizon, and they were like, what can we do to like differentiate ourselves?
Yeah, because that would keep it, if it was integrated into everything that you did, that would keep the Xbox in your living room, even if there were no exclusives.
that is very true. Yeah, I guess it depends on your perspective, because I mean, I've talked to people that think like exclusive games are just good business, which like that's what I think of them. And then there are people who just think that they're not like user friendly. I mean, at this point in this podcast, you can probably tell that I'm a PlayStation guy. And I always have been, just because I like their exclusive franchises. Like I like Uncharted and The Last of Us and so on and so forth. And I own their consoles because I can only play them there. I mean, I guess if you want to make the whole thing about like emulating, but usually you have to wait a while for that to be like 5+ years for that to even happen.
For a system that just comes out.
Yeah.
And I mean, the new systems, they kind of can emulate, but they don't run the same.
Yeah.
For sure. So,
pretty much anything after like PlayStation 2, even some of the PlayStation 2 games, you can't emulate them. They just don't run well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just hasn't hit that point to where it's like, yeah, like you said, like every few years it hits a point like, yeah, now computers can run like Super Nintendo games so easily that it doesn't matter. But with PS2, beyond like PS3 and stuff like that, it's like, well, you still have to have some good specs on your computer to make it run right, and they still have to figure out exactly how to make the emulator work and everything.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, sometimes I even think that particularly Sony and Nintendo could probably survive for a good while just off their software alone. Like, if we hit a point where, like, you know, of like they weren't able to make hardware just because it, you know, couldn't continually keep up. They have so many franchises that I've even imagined a future where, you know, they almost just kind of like offer their games like as a service.
I forget the number. It was like Nintendo could survive for 100 years with like $100 million loss every year.
Yeah,
Nintendo will outlive all of us.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. You know, I don't know if that will happen. It could happen. I mean, probably not, but it could happen. I mean, my guess is that there will probably be a PS5, I would think. And then I think after that, Sony's consoles, if you will probably just start being like VR headsets.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably where we're heading at this point. Like, you know, it'll still take a little while, but I do feel like that'll be the standard eventually, is just strapping on this, you know. But so go ahead.
Have you ever seen that parody commercial for the PlayStation 9?
No.
There's a I don't know what it was from, if it was from like an E3 event or something, but there's like a fake commercial for PS9, and it's so you like inject it into your veins, and it's like this full experience. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be like, screw it, let's do it. Shoot me up. Oh my god. Well, yeah, dude. You know what? That was a very good counterpoint. You know, because like I said, I probably was reaching a bit there, but I don't know. I guess it just felt like a little bit ironic.
Yeah.
For like Microsoft to be throwing that like into Sony's court of like, well, hey, why don't you do crossplay? Why don't you do crossplay? And I'm like, well, why are you striking third-party deals if you want to do crossplay so badly? But it's not completely related. Maybe like slightly related, but yeah, you know, I'm probably more interested to see what happens with this whole thing between Fortnite and PUBG, because again, they're like the same exact thing, but you know, but I know Fortnite came out after, and that's why they could be in some crap. But we'll see. Right now it looks like Microsoft is going to extend their deal with PUBG to like mid 2018, I think. But I do believe at some point or another it is coming to PlayStation.
I heard it was coming to PlayStation at some point.
Yeah, well, you know,
that is a completely unknown source. Now, I might have heard that on the street.
Yeah. What I've been reading is that it was supposed to be relatively soon.
Yeah.
But again, because of the launch of the Xbox One X and Microsoft's like, well, we don't have a whole lot at launch, so they're gonna throw a bunch of money at PUBG and you know, extend that deal. So
it's surprising that they didn't have a few more either exclusives or something ready for.
It's not surprising to me.
I'm surprised they didn't dredge up another Halo title.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You know what? That was a big thing because I remember because while we were approaching E3, they like, you know, like pretty much everybody was asking 343 like whether or not they were going to be there, and they kept saying, no, we just imagined they were trolling. And then they actually weren't there. And I was like, wow. I mean, I couldn't believe there wasn't a Halo game there. I'm like shocked. But it's coming.
Maybe
maybe
it's
on the way.
Saving it for the next cycle.
I don't
Could
know.
be.
I mean, it's pretty safe to assume.
What if they made like a Halo racing game, and it was like the Forza team and the Halo team got together?
We can only hope, right?
And it was like you just race warthogs and. It's been a while since I played Halo.
Ooh. What if it was like, you remember like MX
the
Off Road? What if it was just like that, but just like warthogs?
Oh God! What could go wrong?
What if they made, or they could, they might be, maybe they were talking to the Player Unknown team to make Halo Battlegrounds, and then
Probably.
it'd just be, you get dropped onto an island and you got to get in a warthog and
Yeah, just
fight everyone. Yeah,
just a bunch of Master Chiefs on one island.
yeah, just like 100 Master Chiefs.
Right.
there could be a story behind it where Master Chief gets cloned 99 times.
Right.
They
Okay.
also team up with the Call of Duty team,
Mm-hmm.
and there are Nazi zombies on the island as well.
Oh.
See, I have to get an Xbox.
You have no choice. You're gonna buy one at launch in a month
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh man.
No, I can tell you now, about hopefully 8 months from now, when we're doing our E3 predictions, my first one is going to be Microsoft is going to open or close their show with a new Halo. I would put a testicle on it.
Okay.
Like absolutely. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge.
I'm gonna
when-
mark that down.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I promise. I promise.
When you're editing this,
Mm-hmm.
like isolate that clip. So in 8 months, if it doesn't come true, we can like replay that clip.
Okay.
Then
Yeah,
I
I'll
have to
put
give
that.
you-
I'll keep that clip aside.
Okay.
So we have it on file.
Then I'll have to give you one of my balls.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Yeah. Just be a,
Whatever you want.
just be a,
Whatever you want, little Rob, yeah.
just be a trophy, I guess.
We're not talking PSN trophies. We're talking about real live.
Just to
Sack-
spite
sack
you,
trophies.
I'll write achievement on it instead of trophy.
Oh my god, that would be the worst. All right, well, so unless you guys have anything, let's go ahead and wrap this bad boy up with
Yeah.
our new ending segment.
Yeah.
Rob, yeah, pick two winners.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Today we have Dino Crisis
All right.
and Army Men 3D. Which one do you want?
I kind of want Army Men 3D.
Okay, there you go. You go first.
So, if you guys haven't seen yet, we are now going to end our show with a segment where we just read the backs of old games because they're generally pretty hilarious. So, Rob, yeah, I'll let you go first whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay, I go first. Right. This one isn't that funny. All right.
It's a terrible choice.
Raw instinct takes over from the creators of Resident Evil. Raw instinct takes over in this new adrenaline-pumping journey into survival horror. Something is terribly wrong. Your covert mission to infiltrate the isolated research compound has gone haywire. Now you find yourself pursued by relentless prehistoric terror. Suddenly your mission becomes a desperate fight for survival. I wonder if they got like a cease and desist from like Jurassic Park creators. for this.
It's possible.
This is like Jurassic Park with guns. Yeah, there's not too many funny things on this one. Oh, bonus includes Resident Evil 3 Nemesis demo disc from Capcom.
Oh, good.
This is a 2-disc game.
The old 2-disc era.
Wait, there's two. Wait. Dino
Better
Crisis?
times, my friends.
Yeah, Dino Crisis
Yeah,
is a 2-disc
Dino
game.
Crisis.
There's 2 discs in there?
Yeah, apparently you never got far enough to get to the second
Let me
disc.
see.
He's like, wait a minute, never beat
Oh.
I don't know how to. I
whole life
can't
for
open the second one up.
I didn't know, because I always thought all the 2 discs were in the double. I forgot that they had
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
That were
The ones you can never open.
Yeah.
Had to
but-
save that plastic.
Ooh, see, you should have called the Capcom hint line as printed on the disc. You could have got to
I
the
could've
second
asked.
disc.
Wow.
Well,
You're
I
really-
honestly, I got that for that was a gift. Someone bought that for me for PlayStation, and I was like, I'm gonna hold out, get the Dreamcast version. I never played it. I played it back in the day, but I haven't played it in years.
Yeah.
There was a reward system for Capcom. It was called Capcom Edge, and it says, "Take it to the edge, Capcom Edge."
And I wonder how long that lasted.
This game is worth 20 points.
Probably,
I think I made
I'd say
20
about
points.
a month.
Yeah.
I'd never redeemed those points.
They
so.
probably wanted to be like Nintendo. Join the ranks of the world's gaming elite and earn Capcom Edge points every time you buy the Capcom games you love. Collect more points and get all kinds of cool stuff like t-shirts, watches, sunglasses, portable stereos, and other Capcom Edge gear. Don't fight it. Join today.
Huh.
You can tell he used to be on the radio.
Yeah. There's like an insert for 989 Sports. You remember them?
I do remember it.
989 Studios. I love that.
Studios or Sports, whatever it was.
Game Day. Oh, Game Day. I forgot about Game Day. The best NFL video game franchise.
We'll make a video.
We will.
Make a video
This honestly isn't that funny either. We picked the wrong games.
No.
But
hey, it's crapshoot, man.
there is a review on the back.
Okay.
That's a really good review. It's from Game Fan. It says, "What makes Army Men so good? Strong gameplay, hot 3D rendered graphics, and amazing animation. Cool."
Maybe open it up and see if the manual has anything good on it.
It says a burning soldier.
Jesus!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Let's get a close up of that. That's graphic.
That's pretty terrible.
Jeez.
He's on
Real
the
combat.
Whew.
Plastic men.
Yeah, he's on the back.
Damn. He's ruthless.
He's on the front cover.
Yeah.
Real close up on the back cover. He's on the disc. And he's on the back of the case. So they really want you to know that these guys will melt if you get them hot.
Those poor tan soldiers.
Yeah.
They had a rough go.
Oh wow.
Back in the day.
Yeah. I think that was a big draw. That.
What was the rating on that game?
T.
Oh wow.
It's plastic. It's real combat. It's only plastic man.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's not a big deal.
It's whatever.
You can only hear those screams. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
It's not violent at all. It's like, it is what it is.
Yeah. The rest of this is actually pretty straightforward. I was surprised. I thought it'd have something crazy on it.
Yeah.
But the rest of it's just like, find a jeep. Use jeeps and tanks and weapons. It's just pretty straightforward. Huh. All right.
All right, well, that will do it for this episode of the Console Space Podcast. If you enjoyed it, like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. Comment, tell us why you did or didn't like it. We appreciate all feedback. And on that note, we will catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.